So I've been away for a while, but returning to where things started to change for me, and where I first told my story as an amputee on YouTube. I took a day out to reflect on the four things in my life which finally brought me to the point where I feel I can say, you know what, I think I'll be okay. I think I can be an amputee living a full life. And in the next few minutes, I'd like to reflect on this day and sharing these four important experiences with you, being my AMPUTEE friends. And thank you for joining me today. But making an early start from my cottage in the South African Great Karoo, which I call my reflective space, I feel grateful for what I have, for my family, my friends, my job, my work as a counsellor, my photography, and my prosthetic setup. And together, you will see that these combine to give me love, purpose, passion, and very importantly, freedom. And you know, just over 3 years ago, I contracted a really bad infection on my residual limb, and due to an ill-fitting prosthetic causing chafing. And during surgery, I went into anaphylactic shock. And when I woke up, my whole body hurt from the strain that it puts in your body. And the following few months evolved into a time I really never want to relive again, with crutches and opioids and limited mobility, and almost losing my career as a counsellor. And pretty much everything I love was put at risk. And around this time, I really gave up on achieving the mobility and freedom I was so hoping to experience. And I went to quite a dark, dangerous space in my head. And then I had an idea, and it's pretty much inspired by Casey Neistat, to start sharing my experiences as an amputee. And I thought it'd been 18 years since the amputation. I had a lot to tell, and maybe, just maybe, I could help and inspire someone else, and not to give up. And by doing so, I would never give up on the hope of finding the quality of life I was after myself. And I had a realization based on a few books that I read. And first, when we are no longer able to change our circumstances, we are challenged to change ourselves. The second was that a life holds no inherent meaning. It is our responsibility to make meaning in our lives. And finally, that reality can be hard and sad and filled with loss at times, but really reality is never the problem. Often it's our choices, or my choices, that have been problematic. A lot of things started to change for me. The first is my family and friends have always been there and supportive, but I was taking notice, and I was finally asking and accepting help from them. And second thing is, I fell in love with my camera, and making videos and taking photographs became a great passion. It still is, and is a very powerful creative outlet for me. The third was that I really regained my love for my job as a counsellor, and doing that really fills my life with purpose and gives meaning to my past and my struggles. But and this might sound strange in all this existential talk, but the one huge change which has made such a difference to my life in so many ways, and brought so much freedom, as I was introduced to OSSUR's concept of what they call, or what is known as their total solution, the OSSUR total solution. And what it basically says is it's the importance of a near perfectly fitting socket, a comfortable and accommodating liner, a quality engineered functional knee, and a prosthetic foot to make walking and movement as effortless as possible, as safe as possible. And the combination of all of this cannot be overstated, and something I realized way too late, unfortunately, but so be it. And with OSSUR, it all really materialized for me, and it really changed everything. And no more infection, no more bruising, lesions on my skin. My hip and back pain is almost nothing. But most importantly, I find that I can walk with determination. And if you watch this video, maybe you can see some of that. But I can walk with not flawlessly, but with determination and purpose, and not be scared of stumbling. And I could actually look up and see what is around me, and not stare at the ground all the time in fear of falling. And basically, when you put all of that together, I felt my mobility. I felt I was free again, and as one should be, and could be, and should be as an amputee. And so I feel that here I am, taking a day out in all this beauty to reflect and be grateful that my life has love, and that it has purpose, that I feel passion for life, and and that I feel such an amount of freedom again physically on my prosthetic leg, and it's hard to imagine where I was almost 3 years ago. So guys, my message today really is to never give up, despite what you might encounter. I don't know your difficulties, I don't know your pain, but by sharing mine, I hope that you too will find your way, or that you have found your way, and be able to see the people that you love and that love you, and that you're able to pursue your purpose, find your passion, and get the prosthetics to crush what you feel are your limitations, and in doing so, really feel free.